Now we're going to look at chord progressions. Chord progressions. And this might be the most important class you would ever do on your journey to playing the piano when it comes to playing songs. In this case, worship songs. We're going to learn common chord progressions. Common chord progressions. And what are common chord progressions? Now, common chord progressions are patterns of chords that can be found in multiple different songs. So common chord progressions are progressions that can be found in multiple different songs. A pattern of chords found in multiple different songs. And let's say, for example, there are 100 songs. You have listened to 100 songs. Out of those 100 songs, let's say 70% of those songs have what you call a common chord progression. You would pick up a similar pattern going on there in those songs. So I want you guys to remember and pay attention as we go on this journey to developing the air of identifying common chord progressions. Now, let's say, for example, what are some of the common chord progressions out there? And I'm just gonna give you 5. Number 1 is 1 5 6 4. Number 2, 6 4 1 5. Number 3, 1 5 2 4. And number 4, 1 5 1 4 5 4, sorry. Number 5, 1 4 6 5. So let's go that again. 1 5 6 4, 6 4 1 5, 1 5 2 4, and 1 4 5 4, 1 4 6 5. Now I'm gonna play them for you to hear. So let's go with 1 5 6 4. Again. Let's go with 6 4 1 5. Let's go with 1 5 2 4. And I'm sure you would have heard these in some of your favorite songs. Let's go with 1 4 5 4. And let's go with 1 4 6 5. Now hear the difference in these chord progressions. 1 4 6 and 5. Now there are many other chord progressions that are common, popular, but we're just looking at 5. And when you would have now understand the process and the stages of learning chord progressions and common chord progressions, you would identify a lot more in some of your favorite songs. Alright? Now we're going to look at 5 stages or 5 ways we can find chord progressions. Again, 5 ways to find common chord progressions. And number 1 is to get familiar with the common chord progressions. Get familiar with common chord progressions. And that is very important to understand. So let's say, for instance, you're listening to some of your songs. How do you figure out or start your journey of figuring out chord progressions, what the song is doing? is that you first have to know what is chord progression, as we explained earlier, common chord progression, and how to get familiar with them. So you play 1, 5, 2, 4. You hear it, you listen it, you listen it, you listen it, and then eventually your ear would be developed enough to identify these common chord progressions in your favorite songs. Let's say, for example, we're gonna try the song I'm Trading My Sorrows. I'm trading my sorrows. So let's try. I'm trading my sorrows. I'm trading my shame. I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. Now, if you would listen to this common chord progression, you should be able to identify pick up whether it was a common chord progression we played in the example we did earlier. Let's play again. Now I want you to tell me what progression is this? My sorrows, I'm trading my shame. I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. Can you identify what progression am I playing? What are the changes that you're hearing taking place there? If you have identified and you have come up with the progression 1, 5, 6, 4, you are correct. Alright? You are correct. So that's number 1. Get familiar with the common chord progressions. So now I'm gonna play different exercises for you, different progressions, and you're gonna try to identify on your screen which progression am I playing. Can you tell me what progression is this? One more time. Do you know what progression is that? If you have come up with the answer 1, 5, 4, 5, the answer is correct. Let's look at another example. Let's look at another example. Can you tell me which progression is this? If you have come up with the answer 6, 4, 1, 5, the answer is correct. Let's look at one more example before we move on. Now, if you have come up with the answer 4, 1, 5, 6, the answer is correct. So go ahead, practice different common chord progressions and try to identify them in your favorite song. Look at the examples we did earlier, and you're on your way to now getting a grasp of understanding common chord progressions.